Test, test. Is this thing working? Nice. So, it's been a little while since I made a video, and you might be wondering, hey Matt, what's going on with this? Well, I moved into a new apartment about a month ago. Now, I know I could have been making videos this whole time, but I kind of chose to, but also kind of didn't choose to at the same time. Part of this video is about creativity and the creative process, because it's very difficult to flip it on as a switch. It doesn't quite work that way, unfortunately. Although most days I wish it would. Now, this footage that you're seeing behind me, is that still working? What happened to it? Oh yeah, there it is. Hey, look at this guy. This is some guy I saw in the park. He wanted to be in a YouTube video. Well, I asked him, but he's wearing a Canucks jersey. This was the day of the Canucks-Leafs game. But anyway, that's beside the point. This video is about creativity, I think. Let me get this chair out of here. Ow. Alright, that's better. This video is about creativity and the creative process. Now, over the past 4 years that I've been making YouTube videos, since September of 2020, I've been trying to nail down my creative process so that I can make a list of exactly what I have to do to make a perfect video every time. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. I'll make a list, I'll think, oh yeah, everything's perfect. This is exactly how it's supposed to go. And then I'll try to follow that list, and then immediately I'm like, this is stupid, why am I doing that? So, to be honest, it's been tough trying to make YouTube videos, because there's a lot of videos that I could make, but there's also the balance of pure creativity, and then I gotta pay my rent. So I don't want to use the word selling out, but I guess if you go way, way far on this side, then yeah, a little bit, I guess. But also at the end of the day, you know, you got to pay your rent. I'm sure most of you know, if you've been watching the channel for more than a couple of videos, I do have a full-time job. That is how I pay my rent. YouTube does not pay my rent. However, if you would like me to help, I can't speak. Why can I not speak? It's been so long since I've been in front of a camera. Actually, that's a lie. I've been on camera quite a bit over the past 2.5, 3 months. I've been making a lot of content. I just haven't, found that it went anywhere, so I never did anything with it. Is it procrastination? Is it perfectionism? I'm not quite sure. Now, the thing that's been cycling through my mind over the past 2-3 months has been, how do I monetize this channel so that I can make hopefully a little bit more than what YouTube ad revenue pays? Because I would like this channel to pay my rent. That would be nice. I am not at that point yet, but of course there's a whole bunch of different strategies that I have applied in the past or could continue to apply. I could go out and get a bunch of sponsors, but I don't really want to do that unless I find some that I really like. I have been working on some course material for city planning, and another thing I like to call the Inspirationinator, which is pretty cool. It's basically all the stuff you see behind me. My plan is to go out, film a bunch of stuff, and then, post it and then put it behind a paywall. And then I'm thinking, like, could I do merch? Could I do, all sorts of different stuff? Like, there's so many things that I could do, but I have so many ideas and not enough time to execute even half of them, not even close. And then there's the question of what kind of content do I want to make to post on this YouTube channel? It's a big question. I don't know. I hope I'm in the frame of this camera. I can barely see the screen. I don't know. I guess I'll find out afterwards. You know what? I'm going to check it right now. That's probably a good idea. Am I in the frame? Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, look at that. See how cool this is? Oh yeah, you're probably wondering, hey, why does it say Sequoia up here? And why does it say Alpine 1 down here? And why is there string on this board? Well, let me give you a little bit of an explanation here. Sequoia is the name of my new city that you guys have actually seen, also known as East Village. East Village, I am considering a neighborhood in Sequoia, all in default textures. That down there, well, that's me. I'm sure you could figure that part out. I have a bunch of cool stuff up here, which I would actually like to explain. Not in this video. I'd like to try to keep my videos to a consistent theme. So this one's about something, but all the stuff that you see on the board, this is for the planning of the city of Sequoia. I have a whole bunch of cool stuff. This is an old map of Vancouver, British Columbia, where I live. Cool. And that's where all this footage is from too, by the way. Down here, I have an aviation chart of the lower mainland in British Columbia. So Vancouver's this little section right here. Sorry, I know it's hard to see. I got some sketches up here, and then I have some other math up here and some multivariable calculus that I'm applying to create some pretty cool terrain for the city, but we'll get into that when the time comes. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. Ta-da! Not too bad. The string, the intention is to create metro lines and basically plan the city on this board. However, I am planning to get a cat, hopefully, soon. I don't know when. I'm being very patient, but I'm actively going out to see if I can find a cat that likes me back. But I've been told not to have long pieces of string because the cat could swallow it and then their tongue like keeps bringing it in, and it's basically just bad for them. So what I'm planning to do is once I have an idea of where I want the stations, I'm going to use these push pins, put it in there, and then I'm going to cut it so that it's only little pieces, right? So worst case scenario, what is going on? I feel like I'm getting flashbanged here. But yeah, I'm going to take the string, cut it shorter so that hopefully I don't, harm a cat. I don't want to do that. It's the last thing I want to do. I also have some cool stuff down here. Got a couple of maps, which is pretty cool. You got a map of Canada and you got a map of the world there. Those are on my childhood bedroom wall, so still have them. But yeah, it's sort of the stuff that I've been slowly throwing together. Now, I could have made probably 10, 20 videos over the past 2 or 3 months about maybe just this, to be honest. But I've really been struggling to be creative and create YouTube content because it's a lot of work. Let's be real here. If you've ever tried to make a YouTube video, you know it's a lot of work, especially when you have to go through the editing over and over and over. Then you're like, man, what do I do for my next video? I don't know. Oh, it's dark now. What happened? Is the footage over? Nope. Here we go. We're back. Where are we? I can't see anything. Is this Chinatown? Yeah, we're in Chinatown. Here we go. This is on the SkyTrain, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the creative process is an elusive entity, is how I would describe it. You can never really capture it. But, wait, I have this book here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. This book is The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. And one of the opening quotes to this book, and I don't have enough hands here. If only I had a microphone with a clip on it. The opening quote of this book reads, "The object isn't to make art. It is to be in a wonderful state, which makes art inevitable." Now, finding that state to make art inevitable, I guess that's the hard part. Because in my mind, when I'm making a YouTube video, there's so many different things that I'm trying to consider. I'm trying to build a brand, I guess. But it's really the business side of making videos and trying to pay my rents that's throwing this whole thing for a loop. There's so many videos that I want to make. There's so many videos that I will make. But it's just a question of what am I trying to prioritize? Am I trying to build a product and then make videos to promote that? Is that the only purpose of it? Or am I making videos and I happen to have a product? Or is it more of a balance? I'd like to think it's more of a balance, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Now, on the subject of money, I had also previously, if you've been around long enough, I have had Patreon twice, and I've had YouTube members set up once. So that's 3 times that I've set up a payment structure where you can, help me out. I have, for all 3 of those, canceled them because when I have those 3 and I tell the audience, you guys, hey, what's up, audience? How you doing? When I tell you guys, I'm going to give you a bonus video every week, especially when work comes around because, I got a full-time job and it gets busy and then I can't deliver on it. And then if I'm approaching that deadline of saying, yeah, I'm going to have that whole thing done for you, it feels like I'm trying to force that creativity, and you can't force creativity. It doesn't happen. And then I end up making things that aren't as good as I want them to be. And, I feel like they're subpar, and I feel like if I can't deliver on what I say I'm going to deliver on, then I'm just taking your money and then it's, a rip-off for you guys. So all 3 of those times, that's why I canceled it. Even though I was making a couple $100 a month at one point from Patreon, but I felt I couldn't deliver on it. So I said, nope. And then I axed it. And I just completely cut off that revenue stream. Business-wise, that was a stupid decision. However, for the sake of my own sanity and creativity, I've been thinking about that again. The biggest issue that I've had with it is the format, because I'd be, building something in Minecraft, and then, if I'm trying to force myself to build like a cool building, and the creativity's just not coming, it's not going to work. So what I've been thinking instead is I could launch it the 4th time. Because you know what they say, 4th time's the charm. And I feel like I could answer your building questions, maybe with just like an overhead shot, or I don't know the exact format. But I could do that every once in a while, maybe, I don't know. All this to say, I have so many different ideas of how I could create these paid products to help pay my rents. I don't know which ones to prioritize. I've been prioritizing one, and then I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work, so I stop doing it. I don't finish it, then I start something else, and then it's just a loop. It's a cycle, and I never finish anything. Is it? I don't think it's procrastination. I think it's perfectionism that, in turn, kind of creates procrastination. If that does that make sense? I don't know if I'm just talking to a piece of metal with some glass in it while being blinded by a projector. Why did I think this was a good idea? Actually, I think it does look cool. Actually, I don't know because I'm blinded by a projector. Maybe it looks really stupid. I'm not sure. But all this to say, I'm kind of conflicted on either what product to build. Do I open up a Patreon just for donations without promising anything in return? Because that would take the stress out of that part, but then you're not getting anything except for satisfaction knowing you're helping me out, I guess. I also moved into this apartment. This is a basement instead of my fancy glass box in the sky. So this is a bit of a, different vibe. But I moved here so that I could lower my monthly expenses as much as I possibly could without having to move in with roommates again. I'm done living with roommates. I don't want to live with roommates anymore. I've had good roommates over the past however many years, but once you get your own space, it's pretty tough to want to go back to that situation. So I'm curious to hear everybody's opinion in the comments. I don't even know what opinions I'm asking for. Maybe this is just a practice video to get me used to being in front of a camera again. I don't know. But I'd love to hear in the comments about your guys' creative struggle, whether it's with building Minecraft cities, because that block happens often. Or with anything else, to be honest. Or if you're trying to run a creative business, but then, you have the creative side and the business side, how do you balance that? I have no idea. I've been trying to figure that out for 4.5 years with no luck. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm also curious what you guys think about the Inspirationinator idea. Basically, the idea with that, whatever, I'll just explain it. The Inspirationinator, the idea is for me to take this camera here, go out around Vancouver, where I live, and then take videos and pictures of buildings from different angles, get all the angles that you could possibly need, except for top down. That's pretty tough to do, to build in Minecraft. So basically, you just flip through, and you're like, man, I really wish I could have an idea for a skyscraper right now. You go to the skyscraper section, you go through, you're like, this one, what is this one? Opens it up, and then boom, you have like 5 or 6 videos, maybe a little description. Maybe I'm talking in the video, maybe I'm not. I'm not sure. But after going through that, you're like, okay, I have some ideas. And now, hopefully I won't get as bored when I'm building a Minecraft city. For that one, I would imagine it would be a monthly subscription, not very much. I'm not charging a crazy amount for this. I'd also include a free trial, so you could try it out, and then if you're like, this sucks, this is stupid, you can just cancel it. But I think I would actually really enjoy that, because I get to take my camera out with me to explore my city, which I really love doing. I could get footage for the Inspirationinator, and I could use some of that footage in these videos as I build Sequoia. What do you guys think about that? If I launch that maybe within the next week or two, would you guys be interested? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That's all I got for you guys. The footage here is about to end, so if you like this video, click like. If you really like it, click subscribe. But my name's Matt. Thanks for watching.